Have you ever met someone who is perfectly charming, yet every single instinct in your body is screaming at you to run? Well, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to absolutely validate that strange, prickly feeling you get right at the back of your neck when someone's words just do not match their energy. We're going to decode the social mask and uncover the 5 distinct signs of high interpersonal intelligence. Let's dive in.
Ever felt like someone was just wearing a mask? I mean, we have all been trapped in those conversations, right? You're sitting across from someone, they're saying all the right things, they're smiling, the tone is totally polite, but man, every single alarm bell in your brain is just ringing off the hook. You can't quite put your finger on why, but you just know deep down something is off.
There's a really fascinating principle here. You don't need a lie detector when your brain is naturally tuned to micro-inconsistencies. So it turns out, spotting this fake behavior, it's not just some random gut feeling, and it's definitely not you just being overly suspicious. It's actually your mind actively processing layers and layers of hidden behavioral data that, honestly, most people in the room are completely blissfully missing.
So what's actually happening in your brain is this phenomenon known as high interpersonal intelligence. It's this incredibly rare social intelligence that indicates you've got a socially sophisticated mind, one that's capable of instantly spotting fake behavior. Psychology actually shows that this ability to just see right through the facade means you basically possess a highly developed superpower. You aren't just hearing words, you're literally reading human code.
Section 1, the human data processor, catching micro-reactions and patterns.
Okay, so sign number 1 is catching micro-reactions. While everyone else is getting completely distracted by the polite chatter, your brain is over here catching the glitch way before it becomes an actual problem. You're the one noticing that split-second tightened jaw, or that forced smile that just totally misses the eyes. Or maybe it's that sudden, heavy silence that absolutely does not fit the tone of the room.
Now, this superpower is called high interpersonal sensitivity. Basically, it means you understand someone's true emotional state before they even open their mouth. It's kind of like having a high-definition topographical map of their hidden emotions, and it's updating in real time. So while other people are just getting distracted by the words being spoken out loud, you're reading the actual geographical landscape just beneath the surface.
Moving on to sign number 2, you are a natural pattern hunter. You're not the type to take a single polite interaction at face value and just move on with your day. Oh no, your brain is quietly operating in the background, constantly connecting the dots across weeks or even months of interactions. Here is exactly how your mental software works. First, it tracks their statements over time. Second, it notes these really subtle behavioral shifts. And third, when today's actions suddenly contradict yesterday's promises, your brain instantly flags that discrepancy as a glitch. It's exactly like spotting a bad line of code in their social performance, and your brain just catches it immediately to protect you.
Section 2, decoding the performance, reading intent and performances.
And that brings us to sign number 3, reading intent, not just words. Look, most people just listen to what is being said, but you are biologically wired to intuitively ask why they are saying it. And honestly, asking why reveals so much more hidden information than just listening to those surface-level words.
Think of it like this. There's the script, and then there's the real game. The script is what they want you to see, right? The friendly compliments, the surface-level pleasantries, all that stuff. But the real game is what you actually observe. You're seeing the hidden insecurities, the desperation for unearned approval, the masked jealousy. Seeing this dual reality acts as your biological shield against manipulation. You see the real game while everyone else is still just blindly listening to the script. Sign number 4 is spotting the spotlight performance. You know the exact type of person I'm talking about here, the one whose entire personality magically shapeshifts the second a manager or maybe an attractive person walks into the room. Yeah, that. It's a completely strategic performance designed solely to win influence. Psychologists actually call this the audience effect. It describes how people rapidly mutate their behavior the absolute moment they feel observed. All of a sudden, they're using $5 words or throwing around these wildly exaggerated gestures just to dominate the room. But because of your high social perception, you see right through this theatrical warmth. You recognize it for exactly what it is, a cheap trick designed to manipulate the dynamic of the room.
Section 3, spotting the ego, the search for narcissistic supply.
Sign number 5 is recognizing the relentless search for narcissistic supply. You just instantly spot when someone is desperately fishing for validation. I mean, these people thrive on extreme reactions. They crave constant attention, and they will literally manufacture drama completely out of thin air just to keep their fragile ego alive. The crazy part? They aren't really talking to you. They're just trying to use you as a mirror.
Which brings us to a really fascinating psychological concept known as the projection law. It basically states that arrogance or outward aggression is usually just a mirror of a person's internal chaos, right? It's not a reflection of your worth at all. Once you grasp this, you know their aggression just literally isn't about you. And knowing that allows you to stay calm and literally starve their manipulation loop by simply refusing to give them the emotional reaction they're practically begging for.
Section 4. The value of authenticity. The burden and benefit of precision.
Now, the reality of this superpower comes with a core trade-off, and that is valuing authenticity over belonging. Let's be real, seeing the truth behind the mask can sometimes feel incredibly lonely. When you're standing there seeing the glitches that everyone else in the room is just blindly clapping for, you might feel pretty isolated. But honestly, it just proves your mind absolutely refuses to play along and belong to a group that's built on fake pretenses.
Always remember this quote: "You aren't being cold or judgmental. You're simply too precise for a social world that often runs on emotional noise. You aren't paranoid, and you're not being overly critical. Your socially sophisticated mind is literally just cutting through the static to protect you. That precision, that is a profound gift."
So if your brain is already processing human behavior with this level of subconscious precision, it really begs the question, what other invisible games are being played around you right now just waiting to be decoded? Think about that the next time you walk into a crowded room. So I'm curious, which of these 5 signs hit home the most for you? Drop your number in the comments below. Keep observing, stay sharp, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.